Good morning, good morning. How are you, everybody? Here we are again. Today, I'm gonna show you how to operate a tack truck. This is a new year. We already started a new season for my construction, and this is how we operate a tack truck. Now, first thing, you gotta make sure that truck is on. Obviously, right? So you gotta make sure that truck is on. Right, and this is the main computer of the tack truck. Now, first of all, you gotta do is make sure that the main computer switch is on. After you have that on, we're gonna go on the back, and I'm gonna show you how to work it out. The rest. Now, it looks simple, but it's not that simple. You know, many people think that you can do the operating a tack truck. It's just simple like everybody else can do it. You have some stuff that you really need to know. You need to know exactly what are you gonna do. What are you gonna do with this system? And this is one of the main computers on the back of the truck. You know, after we turn the switch on the computer in the cab, we come on the back and we turn the computer on the back. After the switch is on the back, you gotta make sure that the liquid, that the tack that you have inside this tank, it has to be hot. It has to be hot. The temperatures that normally we use at Fort Myers Construction is between 150 and 165 because we're using a different tack. In Maryland, they use totally different. They use different materials. It's depend on the company what kind of materials they want to use. So the first thing you wanna do is heating up the tack. Okay. This morning, at this point, I already have it. I already heat him up. So, but the first thing you gotta do is turn the lower burner on. This is the lower burner on. And we have the upper burner. You need to know two things very important. One of the main things is make sure that you have tack on it. Make sure that you have tack in the tank. Second thing is you need to know how many gallons do you need to have to use the lower burner and to use the upper burner. So at this point that we know that at least you gotta have 700 gallons to use the lower burner and 1,000 gallons to use the upper burner. Okay, this is the I'm gonna show you where the burners are. We have two burners right here. The one on the left is the lower burner, and the one on my right is the upper burner. Okay. Each individual have a air breather. It's like a chimney where the heat goes through a pipe all the way into the tank and come out in this direction. In either one of these on these chimneys, according which one burner you will be using. Okay. And another thing that you need to know is each one of these burners have a fan. What that fan does is blowing that heat inside those pipes, and that heat go through those pipes and come out in either one of these two pipes. Okay, so you gotta make sure that these pipes are open also, because if these chimneys are closed, you know the burners will stop. They're not gonna light on because it's gonna be too much smoke, and it's not gonna let it light on. Okay, so after you know that you have enough tack and you can that you want to heat them up, you turn the lower burner on. Okay, we turn the lower burner on, and to make sure that if it's light on, if it's on, you come right here and you can see the little hole over there. that tells you that the burner is working and is on, and the fan is blowing the air through that pipe. Okay, so that's something to make sure that the burner is on. So at this point, I already have I already have the tach heating up already. So now that you know that is hot, the first thing that you gotta do is make sure that this switch, you can use it manual and you can use it auto. At this point, we gotta use it manual. So the switch is in manual position. So now that you know that the hot is ready, you turn the pump on. You want to make sure the pump is on and it's turning. You can see it, the pump is turning. Now that you see the pump is turning, you come right here. You put the pump speed all the way to 0, and then you move the knot from low transfer to time circulated. That's where you want to have it. Time circulated, and then you come over here and turn the speed pump to medium. You know, not really hard. You don't want to be too hard, because you can mess it up with the system. So after you know that everything is okay and the tach is already coming out, one of the tricks to know if the tach is coming out, you can come and touch right here on the main pump. If you know, I feel that it's hot already. So now it's okay. It's okay. Now you can transfer it. You can transfer it the tach from time circulated to bar circulated. But before you do that, you don't wanna something goes wrong. So you wanna turn the speed pump all the way to 0, and then you come right here and move the knot to bar circulated, and you can see that the air discharge every time you do these moves. You hear that? Now that you put it in bar circulated, you come back to the pump speed knot and you turn it to medium. You can see now the pump is turning. That means everything is okay. The system is open, and that means we don't have any problem this morning, and the tank is circulated in bars. How do you know that the tank is circulating? You always can come right here and touch the bar. If the bar is hot, that means the tank is circulating already. So at this point, your truck is ready to spray. You know, sometimes you gotta let the truck about 10 minutes, you know, to heat him up everything right here on the bars, because sometimes these nozzles right here, they got really hard right here because overnight it get cold. So you let your tach truck circulate it for about 10-15 minutes, and then you are ready to spray the tach. You are ready to spray on the job, whatever job you are they assign you to go. You are ready. So at this point, we already know that the tach is hot. It's already 165. I don't need to heat him up more than that, because what's happening is if you heat him up too much, you basically are steaming the water inside the tach. So you don't want that to happen, because that's going to be a big issue. If you keep this low for a week, that's going to be a problem. But if you sometimes when you go to a job, there are big jobs, and 1 day, 2 days, you can finish the whole load. The whole load of tach you can finish in 2 days. So it's not a problem. But sometimes in the winter time, that is when get slow down, when the job slow down, you don't want to heat them up too much. So that will be becoming a problem. Okay, so now that you know that everything is okay and the tach is circulating, you know, everything is fine, nothing is leaking, be okay. You don't, you need, you want to go back to the cab, so you gotta put the system to work in automatically. Automatically, okay? So we go back right here to the pump speed. We turn the speed all the way to 0, and then we turn the switch to auto. Okay. To make sure that we turn the pump control to auto, and then we press start. At this point, the pump it has to be turning. We go and check it out, and guess what? The pump is not turning, right? Why? You know why? We're gonna go back to the controls inside the car, inside the truck. This point is very important for you to know it. And if you can see it, every switch is in the off position, right? That's the reason why the pump is not moving, and they doing it for security. So you gotta make sure that this switch, least you gotta have at least 2. With 2 switch, the pump is gonna start speeding. But if you have this switch off, the pump is gonna stop. Even if you try to spray, it won't spray because every switch for the spray nozzles are off. So it won't spray. And some people, they don't know these things. Some people say, what happening? And they trying to figure it out, and sometimes they may forget it, or sometimes they don't know it. So to make sure that when you turn the pump control on automatic, you gotta make sure that all these nozzles are on. Either one, with one nozzle from the main bar, either one. If you have only one nozzle, only one switch from the spray nozzles on, the pump will move. But if you have it all off, the pump won't move. So the main bar have 8 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 feet. And then in this truck we have 12 feet. 2 in each wing bars. Okay? But the more important is the main bar. Make sure that the switch from the main bar are on. Now that the switch are in the on position, we're gonna go check it out and see if the pumps are speeding. If you can see, now the pumps are speeding. They doing it for security, like I said it before. So we just gotta make sure, you know, that when you doing all this process, make sure that you following this very simple step, and you're gonna be okay. Because if you don't follow this simple step, and when you're getting ready to spray, the pump might be stuck, because if the tank is not circulated, the tank get cold really easy. So you gotta make sure that you know those things, you know. Right now we already know that the tank is hot. It's already hot. So you turn the burners off. I'm gonna turn it off. I don't need it. The tank is ready. I just let it circulate until they tell me that the job is ready to be sprayed. Now I go back to the car, and I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to go for it. And as soon as you don't touch this button, you don't have any problem. But sometimes people have accidents, and they, you know, when they get in the car, they turn this switch on, and they don't notice because it doesn't make any noise. The only way that you make noise if you stay in the back, because the air we do a discharge on every nozzle that you spray. So you gotta make sure that when you get in the car, you gotta be really careful, because you can have an incident, and hurt people or or contamination on the road, and you don't want that to happen. So when we get here, we just wait and take the callers for the job. When they tell us to go spray, and we're ready right here at this point. I'm ready. And one more thing is, depend how much you wanna spray. You go right here, and right here you manipulate the speed, the pressure. At this point I only have 18 minutes for gallon per square minute. So if you want to make this pressure harder to the tank and spray harder, you go up, and you can use it between 25 and 28. If you and also it's depend how many nozzles or how many feet you will spray. Right here we have 8 feet. With 25 pressure, we have too much. We have to go down to about 16. We would have to make a big mess. The only way that we are gonna leave it like that, if it's the inspector tell you that he want a heavy. If he tell you, I want you to spray heavy tack, then that means he wanted it black. He wanna see it black. He don't wanna see the lighter. He wanna see black. So most of the day you're gonna have to ask, or the inspector is gonna come and tell you, hey, I want it heavy. I said, okay. If he wanted it heavy, we just raise it up the pressure. Okay. Well, guys, I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you can receive all the notifications that I do. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. God bless you.